obviously, this is just my personal opinion. Don't roast me and try and send me back to America. Hey guys, it's Casia.rose, and I'm telling you guys the things I wish I knew before moving to England. Yeah, these are just some things I didn't expect coming out here, and now I know. But I wish I would have known. So if you guys are interested in hearing my experience and things I wish I would have known, then keep on watching. I think this might be the biggest thing, but the first thing I really wish I would have known before moving out here was how depressed I would get my first winter. And here's the thing about that is that after I realized what it was, and I think I'd posted about it, and a lot of people were saying like,
oh, but I love rainy days. I would love that.
And I'm like, I love rainy days too. Like, most people do love rainy days. I haven't met anybody who doesn't love rainy days, but it's not that. It's way different. I did not expect to literally be stuck in darkness all winter, essentially. That was a shock to me. You know when it starts getting dark and you feel like you need to be home? Well, I had that feeling. Every day I would leave work and I would just go straight home. It didn't matter if I had to get groceries. I wouldn't get groceries. I'd go home. My first winter, I didn't go out much. I didn't hang out with anybody really. Yeah. So that's one thing I really wish I would have known. I would get so depressed where I'd literally be in bed. I'd wake up, go to work in the darkness, come home in the darkness, and then lay in bed for the rest of the day doing nothing. That's number one. The second thing I wish I would have known before moving out here is that it actually isn't that easy to understand people at first when you get here. You know, everyone's always like, oh, it's great that that is where you're going for an overseas assignment because
you'll be able to understand everybody.
No. No, that's not true. It's kind of like being in America. Sometimes I can't even understand some Americans because their accent is so thick or so strong that we're speaking the same language, we're from the same country, but I still don't understand you. So imagine going somewhere where they have completely different accents and multiple different dialects, variations of the accent. And yeah, basically, all in all, that's the second one. Is it is actually way more difficult to talk to people and understand people when you first get out here. So the next one I wish I would have known, don't get offended. If you're from England, you have to understand I'm American, so you probably knew this one was coming. But the third thing I wish I would have known before moving here was how not as good the food is in comparison to America. Now, obviously, this is just my personal opinion. Don't roast me and try and send me back to America, okay? I have had really good food here. I have had some really good food here, but majority of the time, it's nowhere near like America. Even McDonald's, like, and it could be the McDonald's near me. Those fries are never crispy, and I don't even think they put salt on them. Like, I feel like they do a little, like, I feel like they don't. Honestly, though, the one thing I will say is that even though their food doesn't taste as good to me, I know it's healthier. It balances out. Food doesn't taste as good, but I'm probably healthier because of it. So, yeah. There's that. The fourth thing I wish I would have known before moving to England is the way the houses are built are way different than in America. America has way more open floor plans. It's way more open in America, whereas here, I think someone told me that it's basically for insulation purposes, which is understandable, but it's not a very open floor plan, and the houses are built skinnier and higher rather than in America. That's one of the things I didn't really expect. On the bright side for me, I got to visit other people's houses before I chose mine. So it worked out for me. I also wish I would have known that there was no AC. I don't think I knew that before coming out here. I don't think I realized that there's no AC, there's no screens on the windows. So your way of cooling your house by opening windows and turning on fans, you're going to end up with like a bunch more spiders and things like that. Spiders here in England, oh my gosh, there's one up here now and I hope it didn't move. Like, honestly, they have real estate in my house. Like, once they stake their claim in a corner, it's yours. I'm not even gonna fight you for it. All right, so the last thing I wish I would have known before moving here to England is about the roads. I didn't know that the roads are way more narrow here, and that can get a little scary on certain roads. But basically, I wish I would have known how narrow the roads are, how hard it can be to find parking in some places, and how you'll have to park on the street, which then makes it even harder to drive on some roads. And how narrow the parking spaces are. Like, parking already freaks me out because the only time I've hit another car was backing out from parking, but it's kind of their fault. And their roundabouts. Now, I like the roundabouts now. I did not like the roundabouts in the beginning. I was very scared. That's the scariest thing about learning to drive here, is the roundabouts, because you can have 2, 3, 4 lane roundabouts. Yeah, so I wish I would have known how technical the roundabouts are here. It is an art, it is a craft. Like, I now feel really proud when I have someone visiting me and they're very impressed about how I maneuvered through a roundabout. I digress. Those are the top 5 things I wish I would have known before moving to England. I would appreciate you guys giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing down below to see more of our England journey and more of what I learn about England and the things I get to explore. But I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next Wednesday. Bye.